Hello, my name is Ms. Meza and I'm your son or daughter's Algebra 1 teacher. This is our Algebra 1 class in Schoology. The way to get into Schoology is through Class Link. This is Class Link and it has all the applications that we use at school. Schoology, if you find Schoology, that's where we can get into to see their work. And if you look for Skyward, that is where their grades and their attendance is. Now this Skyward is where the grades that go in the report card are, and in Schoology I will show you where their grades are that they can see themselves as soon as they finish an assignment. They can also click on their backpack. When you click in their backpack, they can find the Google Meet links for all of their classes, so they can click on whatever period they have me or any other teacher, and then they can click on the applications that will have an app that will take them into that Google Meets for that class. So that is how they get into their Google Meets. I also have it in another place in Schoology, and I will show you that in just a minute. But this is how they get into the Google Meets during the time of the day for that period. If you click on Schoology, it will take you into the Schoology courses, and they can click on whatever course they have. My course looks like this. It's Algebra 1. So when they click on it, it takes them here. I have it very user-friendly because I added buttons at the top where they can click on whatever day of the week it is. So if it's Monday, they will click on Monday to do the work for that day, and they go in order from top to bottom. Anytime you see this symbol, this is Edpuzzle. This is a video, like a lesson, something that I taught or an Algebra 1 teacher taught, that has questions embedded in there. So if they're paying attention, they should be getting them all correct. They should also be writing down notes for all of these Edpuzzles, and they can use the notes on any test and any assignment that they want. If you see that little symbol, that's a discussion. That means there's a question and they have to answer a certain way, or just sometimes I put it for attendance purposes. So it's pretty easy. They just click on it and they answer it in their own words. And if you see this symbol, that is a test, and it's usually 2 to 5 questions. And it's always based on what they learned in the Edpuzzle. That's why it's so important for them to take notes, and they can use them on those tests. They can also use Desmos, and I will show you in a little bit what that is. If I go back into the home page for Algebra 1, again, there's more buttons for different days of the week, and they can always go back and look at that week. If they are already in the next week, then they would have to go back and look for the folder for the week before. I also have these little buttons. This is where the Google Meets links are. So if you click in there, it will give you a list of all of my Google Meets for all of my periods, and they just click the period that they have me for. The second button on the second row is Desmos. That's the calculator that we use in Algebra 1. I have, in every video, there is a how-to use Desmos to maximize your success in my class. So make sure that they're using that daily. They can always click on that button. It'll take them into the calculator, and they can split screen so that they can watch the video for the day. My contact information, if you or your student ever needs to get in contact with me, is here. They can also send me messages through Schoology, and I can read those daily. But here is my contact information. This is how you send me Google Chat messages. This is the school phone number and my extension. That is my Remind if you want to join my Remind class. And my conference period is 5th period if you ever need to reach me to have a long conversation. This is the syllabus. This is what we what we're going to do all year long. So if you want to take some time to read that, it's front and back 2 pages. and you can do that on your own time, but it will be there all year long so that you can reference back to it. And then this button's my tutorial times, links, who will be in that link at that time. These are all of our Algebra 1 teachers. This is Miss Kalura. She will be in there every Tuesday. Miss Lavelle will be in there every Wednesday. I will be in there every Thursday, and Miss Jenkins will be in there Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And those are the links where the rooms where you can meet us at. And it tells you the time that we will be there. Okay. This black folder is always in there, and that is for test corrections. So those are district tests. If your child did not do good on that test, they can always do corrections and bring up that grade. This is the schedule for the week, and I change it, well, for the day, and I change it every time that the schedule changes. I put the new one on here. This is the Algebra 1 calendar in the white folder. You can click on it and see where we're at and everything that we've done so far by date, and then you can click on the link that will take you to that folder. So if your son or daughter missed on October the 7th, then they would just click on that link and they will take them straight into there. If they have any missing assignments, they can click right here on the left side where you see grades. When you click on it, it will show you all the assignments that we have done so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 assignments this 6 weeks because the 6 weeks started on Monday. If they don't have a grade next to it, that means they did not do that assignment. That means it's a missing grade. And when I put that grade in Skyward, it becomes a 0. So if they want to go ahead and get that done, they can just click on that assignment. It will take them straight in there, and they can go ahead and get it done. They can also go through the 6 weeks folders. Here's the first 6 weeks stuff, and it's by week. Here's the second 6 week stuff. There is by week. So if you open it up, you can see that there's stuff in week 1, week 2, and then each folder is by day of the week. Okay, so again, it's very user friendly. You know exactly where you're supposed to be and where to find all the information. You can also check your student's attendance in Skyward. If your student is missing too many days, it is because there's 2 reasons. They're not logging into the Google Meets and they're not doing the work for the day. If your student gets counted absent in the morning, it's because they didn't log on and they didn't do any work. If your child has time in the afternoon to do the work, then I will change their attendance the next day along with their grade. I usually put in grades on the weekends. I'm trying to start doing it every Friday so that the kids can have the weekend to get caught up. But either way, they still have the weekend to get caught up because if I do put in grades, it is on Sundays. And you can check those grades in Skyward. Grades are automatically put into Schoology, but I have to manually put them into Skyward, so that's why it takes just a little bit longer. But your child can always look back in Schoology grades on the left side, and they can see what their grade is or a ballpark and see what they're missing. If you ever have any questions, again, you can email me. My contact information is right here. You can send me a Google chat or an email straight into this email. I look forward to meeting you and talking to you about any issues that you might have or questions. If your child is virtual and you want to change them at any time to come back face-to-face, please just make sure that you call the school phone number and you ask to talk to one of the assistant principals so that they can change them from virtual to face-to-face and they can start coming to school as soon as possible.